In case you didn't know, I went to the police academy, and they kicked me out. Some of the material in this episode may be of a nature that is disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. We Moors are awake, and taking our place on this planet.
This video is protected under the Treaty of Peace and Friendship of Morocco, 1787 and 1836.
I'm at the 4th District Police Station. Lori Lightfoot. Lori Lightfoot. C197366715. Department of Justice. Pulling me over for tickets. Lori Lightfoot. Lori Lightfoot. Lori Lightfoot.
Mr. 8 USC 1324 calmed down after using Mayor Lori Lightfoot's name in vain, as a result of being affected by Moorish science, repeatedly, and went inside to at least try to get his traffic tickets dismissed. Did he succeed? Watch and see.
Is there a sergeant here? Sorry? Is there a sergeant here? Not at the moment. You people know who I am. I have heard of you, Mr. 8 USC 1324. So tell your officers, don't mess with my car. Don't pull me over. Don't tell me nothing. I am not a United States citizen. Do you have a real driver's license? Why are you using your allodial Moorish American nationality card as a license? How about your license plate? In this state, the allodial Northwest Amexum plate is not valid, but you were caught trying to use it anyway. Y'all should have learned from the last time that you pulled me over. Title 18, 8 USC 1324. I am a lien to the United States Corporational Company. I am El Royal, C197366715. I am a lien to the United States Corporational Company. I am a non-resident alien. So, for your officers to be pulling me over, writing me these fake tickets, when it's against the law, I am not commercial property. Wow! The land of make-believe. The 4th District of Justice does not understand violating Title 18, 8 USC 1324. Their officers pulled me over tonight. Oh, you think this is funny? Huh. You're laughing. I am the law of this land. I am only at the District 4 police station, under threat of duress and corrosion. Here's a thought. How about paying your fines, and maybe you would not be pulled over and have your car towed? Get a real license plate and real car insurance so we won't have to pull you over at all. And maybe, as you put it, there will be no threat of duress or corrosion. Did you not listen to a word I said? About being a lien to the United States of America Corporational Company? If I pay my fines, I myself would be violating 8 USC 1324. I am not commercial company property. Although Mr. American Moor 8 USC 1324 did not explicitly demand that Officer Gonzalez show his so-called proof of jurisdiction, he certainly did in this scene, and Mr. American Moor 8 USC 1324 is not happy. Department of Justice, do something about these people. I do not expect to be terrorized on my own land, the land of Northwest Amexum. I do not expect them to violate Article 6 of the Constitution. I guess they think that I am black, or African American. I am not a crayon color. European colonizers using the color of law. I don't want to ever come back here. Lori Lightfoot. The preceding segment was made to show the effects of Moorish science and dealing with the corporational company entity policy enforcement of the United States of America Corporational Company.
Do not do Moorish science. It will ruin your life.
That's my purse. I don't know you. The following is about Chille de Castro being suspended from YouTube on the week of the 21st of November 2022. You can't make this. Whoop whoop whoop. Up. I'm suspended from posting on YouTube for a week for alleged cyberbullying. Or maybe it could be that I am suing YouTube. What a. Whoop whoop whoop. Company YouTube is. Find me on Twitter. Later, Gator. Lori Lightfoot. Yo, what's going on out there? Instagrammers? What's going on in the land of Instagram? I hope the entire Delete Laws movement goes to their local city council and pushes for a ban of torture cuffs. The new term for handcuffs is torture cuffs. If you agree, enter the number 1 in the chat. Please smash the like button. I know my case law. Buy one of my trifolds today. Later, Gator. My nationality is Moorish.
It is too noisy here. I need it quiet. Quiet enough for me to hear my ID.
You do not need to hear your ID.
Islam, family, Islam. All rise and stand. This is a universal sovereign living Article 3 ancient Moorish American Al-Moroccan consular court action. I am the universal sovereign living justice like Tajiri Bey, in capitis diminutio nolo, in red ink, in propria persona sui juris, in proprio solo, in proprio heredes, at this time, and at all points in time. My full faith and trust, my allegiance, my credit and my energy are hereby vested in the people who are the original indigenous natural divine de jure Moorish National Republic Federal Government. I hereby exercise all universal sovereign rights at all times, nunc pro tunc. Your names were those of dead corporations who were unlawfully and criminally occupying the sovereign living land that is the inheritance, since time immemorial and into perpetuity, for the universal sovereign living natural divine original indigenous ancient Al-Moroccan Moors. With this universal sovereign living Article 3 ancient Moorish American Al-Moroccan consular court action we hereby bring all subjects onto the living land to serve as you were created to serve the gods for this earth, the Moors. Each of you is hereby commanded to rise, live and stand servant to your Creator. We hereby speak life to all subjects at earth who were previously doing business as corporate citizens, listed in the Registry of Canonical Juridical Persons kept by the Governorate of Vatican City State, and every living creature. You are hereby commanded to rise and stand. Sumus Dei Sanctum Unum, Sumus Dei Sanctum Unum, Sumus Dei Sanctum Unum. This universal sovereign living justice stands as law. Peace and grand rising to all of risen humanity.
Light Tajiri Bey did not have anything else to say that day, other than talk about the dollarium being the Moors' fiduciary money, as opposed to the US dollar as it was considered too commercial and too corporate.
Islam, Islam.
The message is, as before, so after, do not do Moorish science.
Hey. Crapuccino? Crapuccino. I am Cornholio. I need TP for my bunghole. Hey. My bunghole will speak now. Blah 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 blah. Hey.
Assalamu alaikum. Hella Bibi. Islam. It's me, Luna Latoya Bey, from Morocco. We are at the courthouse, under threat of duress and corrosion. Islam.
Islam, I am Aladdin Barak Bey, that is my Moorish appellation. We are fighting to keep our geographical location as our indigenous Moorish homeland. Ladies and gentlemen, those who came to the courthouse to have a hearing, please bear in mind that cameras and video are not allowed. They need to be powered off. When it is your turn to speak, speak clearly and loudly into the microphone. Please keep your hands out of your pockets. That is a security risk. I have a question. Is vibrating mode okay? No, it has to be all the way off. Okay, yes sir. Could you please tell the judge that there are Moors here, under threat of duress and corrosion? Okay. All rise. Court is in session. Judge Levon is presiding. Barak Bey is in court for an eviction hearing. At stake is his geographical location, and he may be dispossessed from his native aboriginal homeland as a result.
Let us call the matter of Ohio versus Barak Bey. This is an eviction hearing, that Barak Bey is 4 months delinquent with his rent payment.
Mr. Bey, do you affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth? I do.
Mr. Bey, your rent is 4 months past due. Your landlord has put your tenancy as delinquent. He wants to submit a writ of eviction.
The eviction goes against the Treaty of Peace and Friendship of 1787 and 1836.
In this state, the Treaty of Peace and Friendship is not a valid piece of paper to allow rent-free living. Also, your landlord found evidence of Child Protection Service visits. Would you care to explain those?
My wife and I were just having a natural birth, and the fictitious Child Protection Service took our newborn child away.
I am not surprised. In fact, this is not the first time CPS had to be called over there, is it?
No, Your Honor.
So what was keeping you from paying rent?
We were under the influence of Moorish science and following the teachings of Tajiri Bey to cancel our corporate contracts.
Don't you think in retrospect that this was a foolish financial decision? For the record, on the record, I want my children back. Ma'am, you cannot just blurt out in court. What is your name? For the record, on the record, I do not have a name. Instead, my Moorish appellation is Lori Bey. My status is a Moorish American Indigenous Aboriginal. I am indigenous to this land, Northwest Amexim. I'm warning you, ma'am, if you do not quiet down, you will be held in contempt. For the record, on the record, I am here before you, under threat of duress and corrosion. You will be held in contempt if you continue to speak over me. Now is your name Lydia Smith? No. For the record, on the record, my appellation is Lori Bey. Then you have no standing. Are you Nervan Gilroy?
No, I am Aladdin Barak Bey. I am going to establish my status as Moorish American Aboriginal, and am indigenous to this land, by birthright and bloodline. I would like to move this case to a federal jurisdiction.
Motion is denied.
What jurisdiction do you have over this eviction?
If you're in my courtroom, I have jurisdiction over this eviction.
I object.
The eviction shall go ahead as planned. You'll be hearing from us. That's fine. You're free to go. Thank you.
We are in fear of our lives. We are at the courthouse under threat of duress and corrosion.
Are there still lasers pointed at us?
The judge abandoned the case.
Looks like a win to me.
For the record, on the record, I am Aladdin Barak Bey.
And I am Lori Bey.
We are Moorish Americans, and we are Aboriginal and Indigenous. We are fearful of our lives.
Under threat of duress and corrosion.
The documents we brought, including a copy of the Treaty of Peace and Friendship 1787 and 1836, we are moving our case to a federal jurisdiction. The judge failed to state her status. She has failed to state the proper jurisdiction.
We are true de jure al-Moroccans.
For the record, Islam.
Islam.
At some point later that month, the sheriff's office, or the colonizing policy enforcers, used, under the color of law, according to Mr. 8 U.S.C. 1324, their powers to disenfranchise the Moorish couple from their geographical location.
Moral, do not cancel your corporate contracts. Stay away from Moorish science. It will ruin your life.
And now, Glenda gets involved in a crime scene. Warning, the language used in this scene may be of a disturbing nature to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Why? Because Glenda. What is the emergency, officer? Do you know why I pulled you over? No. My colleague caught you driving with a cell phone to your ear. I wasn't on the phone. It doesn't matter at this point. I can pull the LUTs, and I can verify that you were on the phone at the time that my colleague had told me. Don't tell me. Probably it was Officer Jacoby. Show me your license and registration and proof of insurance. I want your name and your badge number. You work for me. My taxes pay your salary. If you don't cooperate, I will call for backup, and then your car will be towed. What are you going to do about it? Nothing! Officer Paul called for backup. Officer Jacoby was on scene. Hey officer, what seems to be the problem? It's him again? Him? Oh yeah. The guy who wants to sweep my leg. What seems to be the trouble? Officer Gonzalez caught him using his cell phone while driving. Do you want me to check his phone? Yes, he won't let me do it. Oh great, it's Jacoby. How are we doing today? Staying out of trouble? Just minding my own business. Do you remember Officer Gonzalez? The one that pulled you over last time? He told me you were on your cell phone a few minutes ago. No, I wasn't. Well, who else in the car could have used their cell phone? How should I know? Glenn, you are being recorded. Now if you want to tell me the truth, that would be the best thing. I received a phone call from Taco Bell, and they wanted to confirm my order for 5 Crunchwrap Supremes and 2 quesadillas. Why didn't you ask them to let you pull over? I would have missed Luna's super chat. You don't have to use the phone for the super chat. It will go online and you can collect it later. Look, Jacoby. You work for me. My taxes pay your salaries. I have an order from Taco Bell to pick up. I mean, who is the real victim in this traffic stop? The citizens of Snohomish County at large. I'll sweep your leg. If you're willing to take off that gun and badge, I am willing to scrap with you one day. Come on, let me know. Well, I hope this traffic stop has embarrassed you enough not to use your cell phone while driving. Better go to Taco Bell before your Crunchwrap Supremes get cold. Glenda was released and he went on to pick up his order at Taco Bell. At some point, Luna did a super chat, although it was a little less than what Glenda had expected. Glenn did not have to speak to the police officers. If he had one of my trifolds, he could have shown them the case law, and he could have been on his way to Taco Bell much faster. My nationality is Moorish.
Islam, hella hella hella. Islam.
Islam.
We are under threat of duress and corrosion. Are there still lasers being pointed at us?
Good morning. I would like to withdraw some money from my savings account.
Do you have an account with us?
Yes, here's my ID card.
The card you just gave me is not a bank ID, it's a Moorish American nationality identity card. Why do you have this?
My nationality is Moorish. Will Herbert manage to withdraw his money at the bank? Tune in next time for episode 7 of the Doo Hickey.
It's still too loud in here to hear my ID. I need it to be quiet, so that I can hear my ID. Now it is quiet. Quiet enough for me to hear my ID. I wish my sister Emma were here to see this.
And now Mr. American Moor 8 USC 1324 sits down to watch his favorite TV channel, Fox News.
Anybody supporting the police, understand something. You're a terrorist. Anybody supporting the police, you are a terrorist to the American people. You are a terrorist to the Republic. Understand that. Anybody flying the thin blue line flag, you are considered a KKK member. It's treason to fly the thin blue line flag. Lori Lightfoot. Lori Lightfoot. Lori Lightfoot. The views expressed by the previous character are those solely of that character, and not that of the channel owner or YouTube. I've got to get the flock out of here. I'm not stopping under any circumstances. We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. Be sure to smash the like button. I'll see you on the next one. Later, Gator.
Lasers are still being pointed at us.
We are still under threat of duress and corrosion.